Hey guys, so Decca Heggie called me out, and I'm going to address that in this video along with like a couple of other things involving fighting, fight promotion, and all that other stuff. A quick update, by the way, I'm currently staying at an Airbnb in the middle of a movie shoot, Bloodstorm. You guys need to follow that Instagram page. And then also my regular Instagram, Real Viking Samurai, get some cool behind the scenes stuff. But man, this movie is intense. Like, this is real, man. Like, this is like a lot of bruising and scrapes, and the fight scenes are going to be intense. So check it out. But anyway, as far as Decca goes, what did he say in his video? He says, "Fight a real man." Well, I got a fight lined up against a real man. Another guy from the UK, Jimmy Justice, who has nothing to do with Decca. I don't at all, because I think some people are getting confused when they're talking about, oh, there's this Saudi Arabia fight against Decca, and then, oh, there's this Decca was going to fight Danny Christie or somebody else, potentially in Saudi Arabia, which I'll talk about in a minute. But then, like, I got this fight against Jimmy, also in the Middle East, Dubai. So how that whole thing came up, man, these things have nothing to do with each other. But basically, the Jimmy fight has to do with a guy named Juan Barragan, who is a two-time world champion in this organization in the Middle East. And he got Jimmy a fight for a vacant K1 World Kickboxing title, and then Jimmy because I made a video calling out Michael Bisping, Jimmy, because of his love for Michael Bisping, called me out and said, dude, I'll knock you the F out then. I'll fight you. You don't deserve Bisping. So I'm like, okay, this would be good. I'll fucking fight you, dude. So anyway, the Decca stuff goes back months, by the way, because I am involved with a group that I briefly mentioned in another video, and we were talking to the Saudi Arabian Ministry of Sport and putting this big event on. And we're going to put the event on. I don't know if it's going to be Saudi Arabia, because there's a couple different countries we could put the event on, just to clarify everything. So anyway, I got a partner in the fansfollow.me platform named Martin. Marty, everybody calls Karate Marty. And, he's like, hey, I got like a bunch of great UK fighters that should fight in the event. And he mentioned a bunch of guys, like Paul Venus is amazing. I don't think anybody wants to fight that dude. That dude's amazing. I'm pretty sure he's undefeated. So we want to get him on the event. Decca could be interesting, especially doing a rematch against Danny Christie. Morton wants to fight on the event himself. So anyway, you can watch my other video. We talk all about that. But anyway, what Decca is saying is call out to me. he fell out with Marty too, by the way. But he says, oh, we'll fight in 10-ounce gloves because, challenging me. That way I'll at least have a chance, because if it's bare knuckle, I have no chance, right? Everybody has a chance, man. If it's kickboxing, that would really favor me, though. But he's saying, okay, 10-ounce gloves, whatever. And then, I'll say this, dude. Like, he is a lot bigger. He's like 240, 250. I'm more like 180. So, obviously, that's a huge effing difference, man. And I prefer to fight a guy bigger than me, but that's quite a bit bigger. Not that I have anything against that, but if somebody is that much bigger, I'd actually prefer them to get tested, because I'm natural for life, and I'll be happy to give a test anytime to prove that. So the fight with Jimmy Justice, we're about the same size. He's in really great shape, and we talked, and I have no doubt that he's also natural. Anyone my size, it doesn't really matter, but if somebody's significantly bigger, I want to make sure they're not, like, cheating and taking anything. And that includes Michael Bisping, because usually when he fought in the UFC, he had more of a dad bod. But his more recent pictures, he's like, I don't know, 220 maybe, looking better. So even if that fight ever happened, he might be on TRT. I'd prefer him to get tested, because he's already got advantages with all the experience. Anyway, I'm not against fighting somebody bigger. What I will not do is fight somebody smaller, because I've actually had UFC fighters call me up, man, but they're like 145, dude. It's like, I'm not going to fight a dude who's 145, man. Come on. And then Decca says if I want my fame, he'll KO me and get my fame. Well, I don't see that happening, but the guy's a big, strong guy, man. But again, that's not the fight for me, man. We want to get him a different fight. Anyway, I got Jimmy Justice. Got to take him out at the end of November. And then I want a bigger fight next year. And you guys know who I got my eyes on. Not necessarily Michael Bisping, though that would be cool, because we could tie the Frank Dukes element in there. But, because he called Frank out, and he said, hey, Frank, call me. And we called him, and, he never answered. Whatever. But, I want the Mike Perry fight, because Mike Perry and Jimmy are close. So if I knock Jimmy out, I'll call out Perry, and then he'll have to take that serious. He's like, this Viking Samurai guy, damn, he knocked out Jimmy. Okay, this guy's fucking legit, which you guys will all find out. What else did Decca say? Oh, so there's another guy named Video Craig from the UK made a whole video on the one that I did about Decca. There's an airplane flying by. It's fucking loud as hell. But anyway, the Video Craig guy made a whole video about me making fun of me. Oh, the Viking samurai. This guy's not a Viking or a samurai, and all this other bullshit, you know. But anyway, you know, like he made a reference. Oh, he probably blocked me on social media. It's like, no, I fucking didn't. I added him, and I even told him in the video, you know, like, hey, let's go on together, because I don't back down from, like, you know, confrontation. So I'd have a fun discussion with him, man. And I don't block people on social media, unlike some people. You know, I'll tell you like who blocked me on social media, for example, which I think is like BS. Like Michael Jai White blocked me on all social media because I had an interview with R. Marcus Taylor, guy who played Suge Knight in the NWA movie. I had an interview. I had a discussion with the guy. He shared his Michael Jai White story. It was kind of interesting, man, and they have an interesting history. But it's like Michael Jai White like blocked me over that. It's like, what? It's like I interviewed Michael Jai White last year. You know, it's like, you know, I got no issue with him. I got along fine with him when I met him. You know, but anyway, it's kind of weird that he would block me. So, going back to the Video Craig, no, I did not block you. In fact, I'm more than happy to go on a live video with you, and we could either maybe even bring Decca or Karate Marty or whoever else you talk shit about, man. That'd be a pretty cool video. So, just to summarize, this video is a little bit different because I'm not home. I don't have editing software. I'm in the middle of a movie shoot. And again, check out the Instagram, Bloodstorm Movie, and then my real Instagram, Real Viking Samurai, for all kinds of updates, behind the scenes stuff. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting into a full training camp by the because the fights with Jimmy is going to be closer to the end of November, either in Dubai if our guy Juan Barragan pulls that off for us, which he said he would. If not, Jimmy's got a boxing title he won in the UK, so we will fight for the boxing title then. I prefer to do kickboxing, but I'll fight boxing with him, man. Like, me and Jimmy are going to fight regardless, and that's the fight that we both want, and it sets me up for a really nice win in a bigger fight next year. Anyway, that's the latest update. And Decca, as far as the call out, a lot of people are calling me out, man. It's gotta be the right opponent and actually make sense. So you guys can comment if you want to see me fucking fight Decca. That'd be an interesting one. But regardless, I'm fighting Jimmy, and I want the Mike Perry fight. You know, it's like, come on, Decca outweighs me by like 70 pounds or something. It's like we gotta at least be in the ballpark of you know, weight. Like if he cut down, maybe, or if, like, I'd fight Michael Bisping if he was 200 and I was 180. I'd do that. That's not like a ridiculous difference in weight. But anyway, let me know in the comments section who you think the coolest opponent would be, and make sure to check out the Bloodstorm, either the IMDb page and or Instagram account, because again, these are like really intense fights, man, and the movie is looking amazing. And we got some really great actors in there. Michael Pare's in there. We got Richard Tyson. A lot of great actors. Mike Nesto is an ex-pro MMA fighter who caused all this, by the way, that I fight in the movie. We got Silvio Simac. A lot of amazing stuff in that movie. So I'm fighting in movies, and pretty soon be a real professional fight too. It's the latest update, guys.